Shadow. Why are you getting all antsy? So taking Shadow to the airport today, we're flying. Shadow, hey. Calm down. What's wrong with you? Okay. So I'm here with Shadow, and I'm here with my #1 subscriber over here, Frankie. I think he has to go pee. He's got to go potty.
Is it? That's a girl?
He's a boy.
Why just said he?
I said he.
No, it's a T.
I got it on camera if you want to check it out. But yeah, me and Shadow are flying back to Arizona today. I'm with my #1 subscriber here. Can't zoom in. Frankie. So Frank watches all my videos. He's just sitting there telling me about videos I didn't even know I made. What do you got to say to the subscribers, Frank?
I want you guys to watch his new videos about his motorcycle and about his other fitness videos.
So yeah, this video is going to be about me and Shadow going back to Arizona, flying on Southwest. That's the best airline to fly if you guys are flying an emotional support animal. And I'll just show you guys the process of doing that. So just got to the airport with my boy over here, Shadow. And I'm just gonna go over everything that you need for flying with your dog. So I like to fly Southwest. I made a video about this on the whole process, but Southwest is the best with emotional support dogs. And as you can see here, I just have a normal collar, a normal leash, and poop bags. So very important. Shadow only goes to the bathroom in animal relief centers. But if it's your first time doing this, you definitely, well, just in case, anytime, okay, you wanna have this. One time he did go poop. I didn't have these. The only time he ever went poop, I actually didn't bring these because he was so experienced. I didn't think I needed them. And I had to use my drawstring bag to clean it up. Luckily, it was not on the airplane. That would be an absolute worst nightmare. So what I like to do is if I'm doing a later flight, I'll feed him in the morning. And if I'm doing a morning flight, I just won't feed him until we get to our destination. So that's really huge, guys. And I would even hold back the water if they're a new flyer. Like I said, Shadow's done a bunch of flights. So the first stop that we do as soon as we get to the airport, as soon as we get through security, is we go and I take him to the bathroom. But I'll give you a tip. As soon as you guys get to the airport, instead of going inside and checking your bags, do the curb stop check-in. I found it with a dog, standing in line, and maybe there's other dogs and stuff like that. It's super quick, tip the guy $5. That's the way to do it. But other than that, guys, we're on our way to Phoenix. The process is very easy. When we go through security, all you do is you put all your stuff down like you normally would. And what are you doing, buddy? Huh? He's trying to show off for the video. He never does this. Anyway, guys, when you guys go through security, all that you do is you hold, instead of going through the thing where you put your hands up, you just hold your dog and you walk through the metal detector. Then they test your hands for something. I'm not really sure why, but it's super easy. All right, but make sure you have a well-trained dog, well-disciplined dog. I honestly don't even need the leash. He'll just stay with me. I'll just, if I tell him to sit, he's gonna sit. If you guys have a dog that barks, you're gonna wanna get a muzzle. So if you guys are at the airport and you see dogs with muzzles, it's not that they're biting people or that they're aggressive dogs. More or less, it's because they bark and you don't want a barking dog on a plane, all right? Shadow never barks, so obviously I don't have that problem. But if you guys have a barking dog, make sure you guys get a muzzle and at least put him on him if he starts barking, because that would be brutal. You wanna have a dog that's so good that people don't even know that he's with you, all right? So especially with new dogs, you're gonna wanna have a lot of treats. That way, if he's not listening and he's not fully trained yet, like Shadow was when he first started out, you can get him, little treats and get his attention that way. An airport is a super exciting place for a dog. It's new, it's gonna be a new experience, so you're definitely gonna want some treats if your dog isn't used to flying. If your flight's a few hours away, this is not a big deal, but I have this just in case, like as soon as we get off this flight, we got a layover, I'm gonna take him to the bathroom and then give him some water. And this one folds right up, so I can just put it in my bag. It's super easy. But like I said, dogs are gonna be fine, if your flight's 2-3 hours, they don't need any water. You could just give them water when you get there, because you do not want your dog going to the bathroom on a plane. If a bunch of dogs are doing that, then they're gonna shut it down and no one's gonna be able to fly their dog. We're gonna get on the flight soon, and I'll have all that stuff recorded as well. You ready, buddy? You ready to go? We're going to Houston and then we're going to Phoenix. So we're just getting on the plane now, and you'll get pre-boarding every time you fly. So we'll be the first ones on the flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard flight 2423, service over to Houston.
All right, so we just made it to Houston. I have a layover. And that's another thing. If you guys can avoid it, try not to get layovers. It's just so much easier not having a layover, because then, say for instance, you're running late for your next flight and you have to run there and you can't get the dog to go to the bathroom and all that stuff. It's better to just get a direct flight, especially if it's your first time. Shut up. Sit. Sit. There you go. Shut up. On our way to Phoenix, huh? Right? You did good, buddy. One thing, if you call an Uber or a Lyft from the airport, you want to make sure that you call them and just make sure that the dog is all right, because if not, they can show up and they can say, oh, I don't want you to have a dog in my car, and then you have to get a new Uber, and it's a pain in the ass. So make sure you do that, and I'll check in with you when we get back to the house.
I want you guys to hit a like on the video, and I want you guys to leave down a lot of comments today. Have a nice Christmas.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. I want to be featured on YouTube.
Yeah? What are you got a trick you're gonna show?
I'm going to show the behind the back throw.
Okay, this is the first attempt, so let's do it. Ooh!
Not good aim, but then they'll be like.
Well, you still got it. That's not bad for the first time.